Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Panther Sports Zone. I'm Leon Brown.
I'm Jeray Beach.
And I'm David Smith. Fellas, another week has came and gone.
Yeah.
Hey,
We got a busy weekend. Astroworld is this weekend. Hall of Fame ceremony this weekend.
Yeah, I'm ready to go party.
I'm ready to. This concert about to be crazy.
It's about to be crazy. Before we get into talk about that, we're going to talk about some Panther sports. The women's basketball faced Oklahoma State and unfortunately came with a loss. From the coach's perspective, she said they came out a little timid.
Yeah.
Got off to a slow start, didn't shoot well. Defense was there, but obviously you need you need offense to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Pugh really has them having they have like a system that they call mayhem, and I mean their defense is pretty intense. But I mean, with playing against a team like Oklahoma State, you have to, you gotta be on a swivel.
Yeah.
When they played the other week, she was interviewed and she was saying that like even though the score was like 117 to like 32 against Jarvis, she was saying she still wanted to focus on the defense because it has to stay consistent because at any given day it could be a run.
Yeah.
But Dominique Newman, she's doing good things at guard. She can drive to the hoop. She can create her own shot. So I mean, I expect good things, so on and so forth, when they play Arlington Baptist.
Right. Speaking of Arlington Baptist, they play them next Monday here at the Rake at 5 p.m. Make sure you guys come out and support.
Please.
You know y'all gonna do big things, get buckets out there. The Hall of Fame ceremony is this weekend. There's a couple of inductees. We have the 1974 women's track team, the 2006 baseball team. Just some quick news: the 2006 baseball team was our first baseball team to win SWAC.
Oh man, shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So congratulations, congratulations to all of them. If you want to attend the event, tickets are $75 and can be purchased at pvpanthers.com. Now to the men's basketball team, they face University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, and came out with a loss, 57-70. That's kind of surprising to me. I expected them to at least have it be closer or come out with a victory, but it's the start of the season. We're still trying to find our groove.
Yeah.
They only shot from 31% from the field, so.
I don't think it was a bad game. Like you say, it's the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So I think, like you say, they're still trying to find their groove. They're still trying to find those key aspects in the starting five, So I definitely want to see them as they progress on further into the season.
Yeah, you already know Coach Smith is a high intense guy.
Right.
So he gonna shake somebody up. He gonna get on somebody. Whoever messing up, he gonna get on somebody. But Gerard Andrews, he's pretty nice. So I feel like he can help lead to a whole lot more victory. So we're gonna be straight.
Yeah.
Right. So tomorrow they play at Lamar. Should be a good game. Lamar, kind of a sleeper in their conference. What's it called?
Southwestern.
Yeah, Southwestern.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They about to lose. They don't really
Hey, it's all about that PV Nation. Man.
Yeah.
You already know.
The women's volleyball is back in action this Saturday. They start their SWAC tournament against Alabama State, who won the SWAC last year. So definitely starting off with some tough competition. But congratulations to Christine Augustine, as she was named the SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. Props to her.
Yeah, she cold.
Yeah, so we definitely look for her for some lead.
Oh, yeah.
Defensive lead, hopefully offensive lead. We're going to have some stuff going. Surprise a couple teams. Surprise the SWAC.
Let's make this run.
Yeah, let's make this run. When we come back, we got news from the Seattle Seahawks, some news from NBA. KD still won out. Congratulations to LeBron. We got more. When we come back to the Panther Sports Zone.
Traditions are not made overnight. They are created through a legacy of excellence and a commitment to something much greater. For more than 135 years, Prairie View A&M University has provided students with a strong academic foundation, a unique college experience, and the opportunity to make their mark on the world. This is a place where friendships are formed, discoveries are made, and dreams are realized. This is Prairie View A&M University. Our tradition, your opportunity.
Welcome back to the Panther Sports Zone. Big news in the NFL. Seahawks faced the Packers last night. Seahawks came with a win. Close win, actually.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Packers still struggling.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers not having his best performance of the year.
Yeah, it was was an okay performance. I just think that it was them playing in Seattle kind of played the difference, especially with the cold. Well, I mean, they're used to cold weather too, but I think it was just a lot that was going on. That it was a lot of key mistakes that he kind of made. So I kind of felt like the Seahawks was going to kind of come out with the victory last night. So I wasn't kind of surprised, but then again I was. So.
It's not what happened, it's the way it happened.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in a way, I didn't expect Seattle. I knew Seattle's chances to win were slim. Because, I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers. But as I looked at it and looked at the matchups, it's like, okay, they let go of Clinton Dix.
Yeah.
So the defense isn't as up to par. So, I mean, there's definitely some mismatches. One thing about Seattle, the only thing that they lack is they don't have a big target.
Yeah.
Doug Baldwin and Lockett and all of those guys, they're like somewhat type like scat back guys. So it's harder for you to do 50 balls with them.
Yeah.
But Russell takes the chance anyways, and I feel like due to that, it was just key plays made, and Aaron. I don't know. I feel like Aaron beat himself as well. So we'll see. It was a good game, though.
I have some reports. It was Mike McCarthy is actually, they might replace him after the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, after the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
who though?
Yeah.
Bruce. Bruce Arians. That would be a nice little. That'd be a nice little thing.
But back to Houston. The Texans are back after a bye week. They face the Redskins. Should be a tough physical game.
Yeah.
We got DJ Swearinger coming back to Houston. That boy's a dog.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna hit somebody. Yeah. I expect a close win.
Oh, yeah.
For the Texans.
I hope the Texans pull this out because
Oh yeah. I feel like the Texans. They're on a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah.
They just come off a bye. I feel like things are actually starting to roll. Like they're in a position right now that I feel like, I won't say they're not unstoppable, but I feel like that it's going to be hard to kind of stop them. I mean, I feel like they're in a groove.
Right. Yeah, and this is really the perfect time to actually be in a groove.
Yeah.
Because this is like the halfway mark. So these next like 2 to 3 games really are key factors into who's going to get into the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And who's going to win the division. So it's crunch time now.
Speaking of divisions, Vikings and Bears play. Basically, whoever wins is the leader of the division. This has a lot of playoff implications on it. I suspect I got the Vikings winning it. Actually,
I got the Bears.
The Bears?
I got the Bears. But it's two factors. Like it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
But it's 2 factors. One, which quarterback does not turn the ball over the league? I mean, which quarterback doesn't turn the ball over the most? Because Kirk can ball out at times if he has help. With Mitch Trubisky, he's in a different mode now, and it's kind of scary. And I mean, you got a solid defense with Khalil Mack.
Oh, yeah.
Khalil Mack gonna make at least 1 or 2 plays to have it to put the offense in position to score. As far as the Vikings have a tremendous defense. But it's just Kirk. I don't really trust Kirk. Whenever Kirk was with the Redskins, y'all know I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. I hate to say it, but I am. It just is what it is. But whenever we played the Redskins, I was never worried because Kirk was gonna do something to mess it up, and he didn't have help. Terrell Pryor is your number 1 receiver. That's no disrespect to Terrell Pryor, but I'm saying like the Redskins could have had more. They could have done more to help him out.
I mean, I agree with him. So in other NFL news, Tennessee Titans versus the Colts play. In New Orleans Saints versus the Philadelphia Eagles, which that should be a pretty good game.
The Eagles,
Saints.
I think that's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah, with the Saints.
I think the Saints are gonna blow them out.
Yeah, we all know the Saints right now. They on that road. They putting up 52 points last week. I mean, that offense, it's glue. I don't think no one can stop them right now.
And I feel like since they lost to the Cowboys, their confidence is kind of gone. So the Philly crowd is really just gonna have to be into it. With the Saints defense, as long as they make key plays, they're gonna be good because the offense is gonna score.
I don't think there's a defense out there that can stop the Saints offense right now. Outside, probably the Chiefs.
that can
I don't
compete
even
with
think
the
Chiefs.
With the Saints, yeah. I mean, the Chiefs, they're on the road right now.
I think the Vikings could be decent, but they don't have enough.
Yeah,
I don't think it would be enough firepower. The Rams are decent.
Rams could beat the Saints.
That's probably the closest team.
Yeah.
As far as the AFC, like them and the Patriots would be a shootout.
No.
Yeah. After the performance I seen with the Titans.
But I'm saying if they played each other, it would be a shootout.
I know they'll be garbo.
Yeah. The Saints will run over them.
Nah.
Look what the Titans just did to the Saints.
Okay.
I mean,
that's a bad game. The Titans are on a good groove too, though.
Okay.
No, they're not.
The Titans, they won 2 straight.
That don't mean nothing.
It's a good groove.
Titans are garbo.
Man, Mariota making plays.
They are, but Patriots are very predictable.
Put the Titans against a good team, they're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
Patriots are at a rest. Y'all know Bill gonna make some shape. Y'all know Thomas gonna make some.
I mean, we all know that, but I mean, come on now.
All I gotta say is they got Josh Gordon. As long as something don't come up to where he got caught smoking again or whatever, and he can't play no more.
Hey, I mean, right now he's doing his.
He's doing his thing. I'm really proud of him.
Yeah,
I feel like man. I feel like a proud counselor or something. Because every time something would happen, I ain't want him to be like Justin Blackman. I was like, come on, Josh. You played almost half a season and you had racked up more yards than everybody else. And you gonna throw it away like 3 times, man.
I just think it was the area that he was in. I think the things that he was going through that kind of put him in that situation. So I think getting him out of the area in a new situation, I feel like kind of better him. So
I wonder where Justin Blackman at right now, man. Because I thought he was gonna be better than Dez. I know that sounds crazy now to say, but at that time, that dude was the truth. That dude was the second coming.
That's a stretch. College not basketball. College football is back. Playoffs is almost here. Bowl season's almost here. We got a couple games coming up. Syracuse had Notre Dame. Closer than what people are going to expect it to be, but I got Notre Dame coming out with a win. I thought it was going to be in New York, but
no, I think it's in Notre Dame.
No,
it's not.
Is in New York.
It is at Syracuse?
Yankee Stadium.
Oh yeah,
okay.
They do that.
Yankee Stadium. Shout out to Boston.
They do that.
Oh wow.
They do
the
that.
Boston Red Sox.
So do you feel like Notre Dame is gonna come out with a win?
Yeah, they still gonna win.
They gonna win, but
Syracuse gonna give them a run for their money. I will say that.
Like the
Syracuse
first
has
10 minutes is gonna be close, and then Notre Dame's just gonna take off.
I agree with you. Syracuse they have a somewhat potent offense, but I think a lot of people are sleeping on. But I mean, hey,
Hey.
Notre Dame's a good team, I will admit, but I think that I feel like they're overrated. A lot of people think that they're better than what they are. I feel like if they make the top 4, they're losing the game. And no matter whoever.
They could beat Clemson.
No, you definitely sleeping on
They
it.
can beat Clemson.
See what I mean? Y'all see what I mean?
They can.
You talk about the top 4 that's going to make it into the playoffs, like Alabama.
Yeah,
I don't even think they
Alabama,
can beat
Clemson,
Michigan again.
Yeah, definitely.
Michigan's a whole new team.
Yeah,
now, dude.
After that loss that they suffered, Michigan is, they are a total different team from when they first started to where they're now. I don't think no one can compete with Michigan right now.
I'm gonna tell you somebody. It's gonna be hard for them to get into the top 4 because I think they're like ranked number 9.
Notre Dame?
No.
Oh, you're talking about Michigan? Oh yeah,
No.
Michigan's out.
No, not Michigan.
No.
Ohio State?
I feel like West Virginia could beat Notre Dame.
Heck no.
Yes.
That
Will
quarterback
Grier,
that they got,
Will
man.
Grier, boy. Will Grier, boy.
I gotta give it to him.
Y'all-
He's up there in the top 5 quarterbacks for college right now.
I gotta tell y'all, this is a heartbreaker. I'm a Florida Gators fan, like diehard. My uncle went there.
Man, that's tough.
Hey man, chill out. We got history, okay? We got a legacy.
Man.
We got a legacy out in Gainesville.
Hey, yeah, I do, but that legacy has fallen off.
But I'm telling you, it would have came back. Will Grier was a quarterback a few years back. This is maybe like 3 years ago. He was a quarterback. Something happened to where we were undefeated, and then the week we played LSU, something happened to where he ended up failing a drug test off an antibiotic that had like an illegal substance that was against NCAA rules. So once he leaves, the season just plummets, and then he transfers to West Virginia. I miss him so much. I miss him so much. We would have had about 2 rings, I promise you.
See, that's the difference between would have had and don't have.
Will Grier is the truth. Will Grier probably is the best quarterback in the draft. I'm saying it right now.
Dang.
I just hope he don't go to the Giants.
Anyways, West Virginia's at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State came off a close loss against Oklahoma.
That's gonna be
That's
another
gonna be a
shootout.
good game.
Yeah.
And it's in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Mine.
And you can't forget about the team, the underrated team. UCF, man, they playing Cincinnati. I think that's going to be a good game.
You do realize, even if they do win, they got to pass up LSU, Ohio State, Washington State, West Virginia.
UCF averaged 459 yards per game. There's no other offense in college football right now that's averaging that many offensive yards per game.
But they're
Okay, congratulations. They don't play nobody.
I mean, yeah, they don't play nobody, but I feel like if they got a chance to play somebody of a caliber team, I feel like that they would be able to go out and produce.
So they
Against who?
If they played Clemson, if they played Michigan, if they played
Michigan.
if they played Notre Dame,
Michigan not even in
If
the
they
top
played
10.
Notre Dame, it would be
if they played Notre Dame, it would be even.
it would be a good matchup. I don't think they probably would come out, but I think they would give Notre Dame a run for their money.
I think,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
I do.
Dude,
think
come on, you can.
No.
Yes, but as far, ain't nobody beating Alabama.
They can't get
Nobody beating Alabama. Anybody beating Clemson. Ain't nobody beating.
I mean, but they're eventually gonna have to face each other.
Who?
Alabama and Clemson, probably.
Yeah, in the championship.
More likely if
Michigan
like we said before, Alabama and Oklahoma.
Face 4 and one has to face 3, or is it 1 versus? No, it's 1 versus 4.
1 versus 3 and 2 versus
All right,
4.
yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
Alabama.
I'm sorry. 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Alabama. If nothing changes or Georgia doesn't move up, that's a real game right there. Alabama and Georgia, because that's pretty much.
But yeah, that's probably gonna be the SEC championship, which we all know that Alabama's gonna come away with that.
I'll say Georgia playing with a vengeance now.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, we all know. Come on now.
But see, here's the thing. If I'm just saying, the SEC championship is in Georgia.
Yeah.
So
that don't mean nothing.
That's a home
Alabama
game.
travel good.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
that's gonna be close to a home game.
It is, but
in Atlanta, Alabama, Tuscaloosa ain't nothing but like a 30-minute drive to Atlanta.
You in the state of Georgia.
I mean, we all know they're gonna show out, but I mean, Alabama travels.
But I'm just saying. So I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it. Okay, we'll say it's a neutral field. I don't think it's a neutral field. I think it's.
Didn't they win it last year?
Yeah.
Georgia. They did, because I remember Quavo being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, and then Alabama got pushed. No, Alabama didn't play. It was Auburn, wasn't it?
Yeah, Georgia and Auburn.
So it really don't matter for Alabama. They still gonna be in the playoffs.
If Alabama loses to Georgia,
Alabama
goes to 3.
Yeah.
Michigan, well, I don't know.
Michigan will go up.
Michigan will go up because Notre Dame won't have a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Clemson gonna be number 1.
Yeah,
that will be.
But
either way, Alabama's still gonna make to the championship.
Yeah, unless they get slaughtered by like 50, 60, 0.
Which I seriously doubt that's good. If that do happen, somebody call me and tell me.
Nick Saban got kicked out the game. He punched the referee, like something.
I don't see no 50 points being put in any SEC game. I mean, we all know SEC is more defensive wise, so yeah.
Speaking of Alabama, you got the Heisman races coming up. You got Tao, you got Kyle Murray, you got De'Ara King, who's nobody's talking about. He has some of the best stats.
He do, but he got hurt last night.
Yeah, and then you got Ed Oliver,
which he's out right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
did you see what happened yesterday?
Yeah.
Dude was cold and the coach tells him to take off his jacket. What?
I mean,
it's 2 factors to this.
Yeah.
Because I've learned to view things through different perceptions. So it's 2 factors. One, if the rules were already specified that the jackets were for the team players, then he should have known not to, not to wear it. Or should have verified, asked coach if he could and do that. Because, I mean, it is
coach
cool.
is busy with the game, though.
That is true, too. But another thing that I disagree with, they didn't have to, take the coat off him, bro. Yeah. I feel like that was, in a way, disrespectful. So, which caused it to get heated. But, I mean, the coach said that, he basically says that he has his players back and that things got out of hand. So hopefully Ed Oliver isn't necessarily spiteful, but I mean even if I feel like he doesn't need to do it because it may hinder his draft stock. But I understand if he sits out the rest of the season because he's concerned about his health, because he's gonna be a fantastic
yeah,
game.
no, definitely.
So it just varies. Hopefully, it's just not no bad blood. If he does have bad blood, please do not make it public. I'm just saying, just from brother to brother, do not make it public, because at the end of the day, get your money.
Oh yeah.
Get your money.
Right. Let's go into the NBA now. Congratulations to LeBron James. He's now in the top 5, number 5,
Go.
in scoring all time NBA history.
Go.
Yeah, see, I think he can get to that number 1 spot.
No.
I mean,
He got a couple years.
Yeah, he got a journey to go, but
Who's that number 1?
Kareem.
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 Nah, heck no.
He got years.
Yeah.
LeBron got. I promise you.
LeBron got like 2 years left.
He
2
gonna
or 3
finish out
years
that
left.
I'm telling you what he gonna do. Mark my words. And y'all keep this. We gonna put this in the time capsule.
big.
LeBron gonna do his 4 years. He gonna sit out. He gonna wait for his son to get drafted after the first year of college, whatever college team he goes to, and then he's gonna go to another team. I don't know if he'll play with his son, but I feel like he may go wherever his son goes, depending on where he gets drafted to, and what team wouldn't want to have LeBron.
I get that, but do you think still LeBron? Do you think he's still going to be that type of hype?
Who,
Yeah,
LeBron?
of course.
4 or 5, 6 years from
Yeah,
now.
he probably won't produce as much, but
Yeah.
he'll definitely.
He'd definitely be a
that
key
attention.
changer, yeah. And then and you playing with your kid, so
Yeah.
you oh my God, that
I wish Dwayne Wade would play when his son come out.
you never know. He may
He already said this is last year
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to retirement
because
after this.
his son can ball.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he's better than LeBron's son, but he's younger though. LeBron's son is younger.
oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
How old is D-Wade's oldest kid?
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
he's like in high school or
Yeah.
something.
I was like,
Well, about to start high school.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Bronny nice with it though. Bronny nice with it. Shaq got a
Yeah,
good kid.
Yeah.
but he just had heart surgery though.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh, I
so
didn't
he's
know
out
that.
for a year.
Oh wow, prayers up to him, because he's the second coming, and he looked quicker than Shaq.
Yeah. Speaking of UCLA, Jalen Hands, boy, look nice this year.
Oh, yeah.
Point guard.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely gonna be someone to look at. He had an okay year last year. Not what he would want, but definitely somebody to look at.
Yeah.
But what else we got in the NBA?
Oh man, Rockets versus Golden State played
Oh, yeah.
last night. Rockets won 107-86. Man, the Warriors, I feel like it's a lot that's going on right now with them.
Yep.
Draymond had 0 points yesterday.
The plane is crashing.
0 points.
Yep.
The plane is crashing. And if you look
Like-
at certain footage, there's certain plays where KD is like really hogging the ball,
Oh yeah.
and it's like,
But do you feel like that happened after the statement that Draymond made on the
oh
other
yeah,
day?
that happened last night. I mean, yeah, they played last night. It was like a play where he was like posting up, and Draymond is open like
Yeah.
the whole time, and he didn't pass it. And it's like, okay, clearly there's something going on. And just when they interviewed Draymond about the situation, Draymond never said I was wrong
Yeah.
or KD's a brother. He was all like, sometimes my emotions get the best of myself, and I need to work on that, but I'm not gonna change. Basically, he said I'm not gonna
Yeah.
change. So it's like, clearly there's something going on. There was locker room talk where he said something about him, we don't need you
Yeah.
before you got here, which is true, but it's just, I feel like it's a whack move. Low key, I need to talk to Charlamagne, because Charlamagne needs to put that boy in Donkey of the Day. He needs to put Draymond in Donkey of the Day.
For what?
Because
You believe that?
Didn't he call Kevin Durant after they lost 3-1 series to Cleveland? He called KD and wanted him to come there. So how do you do this and then you talk noise saying we don't need you, we was winning before you got here, but you called him when you lost to LeBron, and you were the reason why y'all lost to LeBron, or you were a key factor?
I mean, you can say the same thing for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
The same person who talked down on the Warriors is now on them. He ain't even playing.
Yeah.
That's different though.
No, it's not.
What Draymond has done is way worse.
Yeah.
What Draymond
Yeah.
has done is way worse.
And
That's like me hiring you to be on my company. You succeed in my company. I make you like CFO. Let's say like you came in as a starter. Like, as you go,
Right.
promote you. I make you CFO, but let's say you get more light. Matter of fact, let's change. Let's say I call you and say I need you for my business to succeed.
Right.
I make you CFO. You get the limelight. You're getting the shine, right? So you're getting like the magazine covers. You know what I'm saying? And let's say you ain't gonna be making more money than me because you work for me. So you may be close to it. But let's say we have a fallout because it's a business decision that I didn't like, but it still succeeds, or it doesn't succeed, and I get on you and say I don't need you. I was making money. I was doing all this before you. You feel some type of way. Have you missed?
Yeah. It's yeah.
That's worse than me talking noise about you saying, man, I don't like them. I wouldn't join them, and then you talk to me about a business proposition. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that. It's different.
It's still weak.
No, it's
Both moves are weak.
But one's weaker.
Yeah.
One's the weakest. I don't even say weaker.
Yeah.
It's go ahead.
Nah, it's I don't know, man.
I think KD's not gonna be there next year.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Klay Thompson he's out of his contract. Last year, his contract too. So
I think Klay gonna stay.
Yeah.
The only way I see KD staying is if they let go of Draymond and they keep KD, Klay, and Steph and Iggy. If they keep those guys, they'll be fine because somebody's gonna come in free agency and Boogie is coming back. Just let Boogie rest.
He's leaving after this year.
For real?
Yeah.
So yeah, they got a lot of things to discuss about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna get interesting.
Also, the Denver Nuggets versus Atlanta Hawks. Denver came away with a 138-93 victory. Then the LA Clippers versus the Spurs. The Clippers won 116-111, which that was a pretty close game. So,
DeMar DeRozan is getting buckets.
Yeah.
He's doing good.
It's the same DeMar DeRozan that was in Toronto.
Yeah, but I mean he has some key pieces, and I mean with a guy like
DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
was cold.
Patty was doing some good things too.
But he getting old now.
Yeah, he got that ring. That's all that matters. But I mean, he can
That was
produce.
like 4 years ago.
He got a ring.
Hey, as long as you got a ring, man.
But I mean, he's producing. So I mean, his minutes are limited. But I feel like the post, once they learn how to coexist with the post game, I feel like they'll be unstoppable. Because I feel like if Paul and LaMarcus were on, when they play certain teams, they'll be able to bully them. But you're gonna have to play small ball with Golden State if you want any chance.
Yeah. Some other news in sports world. Mookie Betts was named AL MVP of the American League for baseball. Shout out to the brother, man. Shout out to Boston. Dude is cold.
Big B's, Red Sox.
Any other news before we get out?
Don't forget about the game this Saturday.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about it.
Can't forget about our
TV football game.
Oh yeah, man.
Man, we played. Who we played? Alabama
State. Man, make sure y'all go out and support the team, man. It's coming down to the last 2 games.
Shout out to my boy Zach. He couldn't be here, but we held it down for him.
We got you, bro. Yeah, y'all. It's about to be a good game.
2 p.m. Come out Saturday.
Support purple and gold.
1 p.m.
I gotta be out there at 7 though. Yeah, I work.
Ooh. Well,
yeah,
he gotta be out there.
My boy Bobby work at 7 too.
Ooh.
Shout out to Be Great Network. Before we go off, just say a quick thank you to everybody who gave us this opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Blessed and humble, and we're gonna keep working hard for you guys. You know, we're gonna hold it down.
And let us know what y'all would like to see on the show. Give us some type of feedback or what y'all.
Q&A. Let's have
some Q&A. We'll answer some questions. We got a couple of special interviews coming up with Dewanye Tucker and some women's basketball players coming up in the future. So stay tuned for that. I'm David Smith.
I'm Jeray Beach.
I'm Leon Brown.
This is the Panther Sports Zone.
See y'all next week.
See y'all Monday.